Guys, 2 weeks until I see Demon Slayer. We are almost there. The wait is almost over. We are so close. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today we are going to be continuing my 3 fight, 3 weeks, 3 countdown videos. Last week I talked about Shinobu versus Doma, which is technically the fight that I'm looking forward to the least in this movie, but I will add on that I'm very much looking forward to it. If you want to check that out, I'll put it right here. So now this week, since we have 2 weeks to go, I will be talking about the fight I'm looking forward to in the middle. Second most, second least, however you want to word it. And if you've been watching me for a while, this should come as no shocker that this fight is the Zenitsu fight. Before we get started on today's video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment your thoughts on this fight. I have declared September Demon Slayer month on my channel, which means all of my videos that will come out in the month of September will be Demon Slayer related and most likely Infinity Castle related, so make sure to turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I make one of those new videos. And one final disclaimer, in order for me to discuss what I'm looking forward to about this fight, I do need to dip into some spoilers for this upcoming Infinity Castle movie that I can do since I'm a manga reader, but if you have not read the manga, you have not seen this movie, and you don't want to be spoiled on what's going to happen in this fight, put a pin in this video and come back to it after you've seen the movie. But with that, let's get into it. So recently I've been getting a lot of comments, specifically on my short form content, of people noticing that I don't talk about Zenitsu a ton, and that is simply because I do love Zenitsu, like truly. I love all the characters in Demon Slayer. He is the one character that does grind my gears at time and I do find annoying. I can't do anything about the fact that I find him annoying. All right, it's just a preference thing. It's just something that I have to deal with. But that being said, this fight is by far my favorite moment with Zenitsu. I would say this fight is absolutely the pinnacle of his character development. I will in a separate video talk about why I think that is, because that would require me to discuss a lot more than just spoilers from this upcoming movie, which we're not gonna do. We're only gonna talk about things that will happen in this movie. But this fight is really freaking good. They have been hyping it up a lot. A lot of people that are not manga readers have been wondering what the hell is going on with Zenitsu. Why is he so locked in? Why does he seem so angry? And in my opinion, this fight will obviously show why, but it does it in a very well done way. It makes you very emotional for him, and you really understand why there's so much anger inside of him all of a sudden. So with that, I'm going to talk about the thing that I'm looking forward to the most in this fight and the thing that I'm looking forward to the least in this fight. Now, again, I'm gonna say I am genuinely looking forward to this entire thing. I don't think they're gonna add a ton of new content to it just based off of the fact that they are fitting all 3 of these fights into this movie. That doesn't really give them a whole lot of wiggle room to add any anime original content. And for the record, I don't necessarily believe this fight should be long because I feel like the whole point of it is that it is over very quickly, but I digress. The thing I'm looking forward to the most is a very specific thing, but it is Hiro Shimono's voice acting. Now, I'm sorry to all of you dub watchers, I do watch Demon Slayer exclusively in subs, so I watch it in Japanese with the English subtitles. Hiro Shimono is such a talented voice actor with huge range. When I found out that the voice actor of Zenitsu also voices Dabi in My Hero Academia, I spit out my drink. Because what do you mean the person that's always screaming and yelling and crying is this villain who has this like deep and kind of sexy voice? How? The range on this guy is amazing. But because Zenitsu throughout most of the show has been very loud and screamy, and we get little tidbits of the serious side of him when he's asleep, but for this one to be not just serious, but angry and loud, but in a very different way, I'm so looking forward to how he does it. There's a couple of lines, like when Zenitsu, I'm paraphrasing because it's been a while since I've read the manga, says like, "If I'm trash, then you're scum," or something like that. I'm so ready for that. Like, he's gonna be yelling when he says that line, but it's going to be different than the regular Zenitsu yelling. Of course, I'm looking forward to 7th form and the animation and the music, but there's just something about voice acting that I always look forward to, because in my opinion, the voice acting is truly what brings these characters to life. You give them a voice, they now feel truly like a real person. So I'm very much incredibly looking forward to. I have heard from some people, since this movie has been released in a lot of different countries now, it's kind of started to spread. I've heard from a lot of people that have said the voice acting in this movie was like an extra mile good. Like, these voice actors in Demon Slayer always give it their all, but it seems like they took it an extra mile in this movie. So I'm really definitely looking forward to how Hiro Shimono does this voice acting. I really have to hone in on the fact that I'm just genuinely looking forward to this fight. I think this is the pinnacle of Zenitsu's character. I think this is by far the best moment we will ever share with him, so I'm going to savor it. All right, thing I'm looking forward to the least. Honestly, it's a little hard to call out a specific moment because this fight is going to be very good, but I think it'll have to be the reveal of what happened to Jigoro and the fact that Kaigaku is just kind of like, nah, serves him right. We've only seen Jigoro a little bit in the story, but from the very beginning we can tell that he means a lot to Zenitsu. So to know that all this happened and that he died in a very agonizing way because he didn't have someone there to help him out with what he was doing, it's gonna hurt. This will probably be the moment, the first moment in the movie that will genuinely make me cry. I'm still not sure if Shinobu's death is going to actually make me cry because I never did in the manga. I do love her as a character, but I talked about kind of how her death is a bit more shocking. But the whole situation with Zenitsu and Jigoro, and when Zenitsu sees him and Jigoro says that he's proud of him, it's not that I'm not looking forward to it, I just know that I'm going to be sobbing, and it will be the first of a few times in this movie. So if I had to call something out, I would just say the background of what happened, because it is very tough. That is probably what I'm looking forward to the least. But again, I can't stress to you all enough, it's hard to think of things that I'm looking forward to the least, because from here on out, this is S-tier Demon Slayer. It's not gonna drop in quality at all. So everything is something to look forward to. There's of course things that's like, oh, that's gonna be hard to watch, but it doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to it. It just means that it's a bit harder to watch. It's gonna make me a bit more emotional. Honestly, I do think Zenitsu's gonna get a lot of new fans after this movie, which I am here for. I think Zenitsu, while I do find him annoying, is still incredibly misunderstood by the fandom. Can't fully blame them when they really hone in on the tropes with Zenitsu a little bit to the extreme, but it is what it is. Zenitsu's going to get the recognition he deserves in this movie. I just hope that the fight doesn't feel just brushed off because it's so much shorter than the main fight that's happening in the movie. And even though the main fight that's happening in the movie, as you all know, now that you know what my other two rankings are, you know what my favorite one's going to be. I know that's going to be the main part of the movie, but I do still want to see Zenitsu get his moment, and I want the fight to get the recognition that it deserves. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the voice acting the most, and I'm looking forward to the backstory of what happened to Jigoro the least. What do you think? Are you excited to see this fight? What are your things that you are looking forward to most in this fight? Let me know in the comments below. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, again, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment your thoughts. Also, I'm going to be doing some fun outfits for every time I go see Demon Slayer, which, by the way, when it actually opens on September 12th, will be my 3rd time watching it. So if you want to see some of the outfits that I'm going to be doing, which are all going to be inspired by some of the characters, not cosplaying, but inspired by, make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's where I'll be posting most of those pictures, as well as X. I will be posting pictures on X as well. But with that, I'll see you all next week for the 1-week countdown. And then it'll be time to tell you all about my experience seeing the movie. It's so close, we're almost there. All right, see y'all next week. Matane.